It's your girl Ash and I am back with another video, and today is Documentary Sunday. I'm super duper excited because I'm on episode 3 of Educating Yorkshire. Before I go forward, I do want to go back to episode 2 because you guys didn't get a chance to really hear what I had to say towards the end of the video, because I honestly did not know that the camera cut off until I finished the whole episode, and I was going off at the end, but none of that was recorded. I was extremely livid, upset, angry, mad that Jack got excluded for 3 days after learning that all of the kids was bullying him. And I love the fact that Brandon and the rest of his friends stood up for him, and they went and told Mr. Mitchell. But Mr. Mitchell, he's usually fair. He wasn't fair in that case. And I'm glad that Georgia didn't go to the prom. I feel like she should have got expelled. The parents should have came in to address the situation with their kids. That was a big thing. That was really him being bullied and stuff like that. That was really a big thing, and that really made me upset. And in that case, Mr. Mitchell wasn't fair going towards the end, because there's no way Jack should have been excluded. And I also want to say, I know you guys feel like because I live in the U.S. and you guys live in the U.K. and, oh, if a girl's talking smack, she deserves to get hit. No, I don't care where you live, where you're from. Words are words. And the reason why I say that is because what if you hit somebody and you killed them and that person didn't even hit you? Then you're going to regret killing a person over words. You're going to be sitting in jail. That's the logic of how I look at it. Now, if somebody hits you, you have every right to defend yourself. But as far as words, no, you shouldn't hit anybody. If somebody hits you, you have the right to defend yourself. Point blank, period. But you shouldn't be going around hitting somebody because they called you a name. I'm not going to hit somebody if they called me a name. That's just me. And I know everybody is different, or whatever the case may be. I'm not fighting anybody over words. I'm not. That's just point blank, period. And I don't think I would be like that if I lived in the UK or anywhere else. Like that's just not logical to me. Like, I understand feelings are hurt, but I feel like you can get over feelings. You know what I'm saying? You can, like, literally get over feelings. That's just how I feel or whatever. I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. But just to let you guys know, no one should be hitting people. Point blank, period. Somebody hits you, you have every right to defend yourself. But if somebody's saying stuff to you, man, just walk away. You know what I'm saying? Because that can just ruin your life forever, and you just don't want that. But enough of me talking. If you guys would like to check out my other Educating Yorkshire episode 1, 2 would be up at the top. If you guys would like to join my Patreon, because In Between Us is going to be on my Patreon. The link will be down in the description below. If you guys would like to follow me on Instagram, the link will be in the description as well. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? Hit that red button so you can be a part of the family. Don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up. Enough of me talking. Let's get straight into this reaction.
This week, the Lively Lads. Robbie Joe was often in trouble in primary school. Now in year 7, he still can't keep quiet.
How many people are in this class, sir?
Right, how
There's
will
27 faces.
RJ, I've asked you 3 times now to shut up.
He's one of those kids that stress you out.
That was almost perfect, like me.
In year 10, Tom has spent 4 years pushing everyone to the limit.
Got to admit, you're a right old pain on the ass sometimes. Yeah.
Every year group has kids who aren't naturally wired for school. But when you've tried everything, how do you keep these boys in school and on track?
He's causing us too many problems.
He is, and he's getting worse.
And he's getting worse, and I'm just mindful of the fact that something might kick off.
Not in the breaks? Stop. Right, all 4 of you get your banners out now.
Right from the beginning of year 7, when they first come through the door, we are constantly on the lookout for those students that we think may, over the course of the next few years, cause us more problems than others.
Why have you not done your homework?
forgot to.
Right, you write it in your planner and you do your homework. Right, who else has been in here? What's your name?
Robbie, and I forgot my pencil.
Right, that's what I mean. And you were in here the other day, weren't you?
How often would you say that you got into trouble in primary school?
4 days a week.
What?
4 out of 5 days a week.
Robbie Joe.
It's 80% at a time.
5 days a week. That's every day at school.
Roger.
As Robbie Joe's form teacher, Miss Uren is responsible for getting his behaviour under control.
Miss.
Roger. What did we do yesterday? No. That was really half-hearted. Zip. Perfect. I will tell you when you can unzip it.
Miss Uren is particularly concerned about the number of negative comments he's getting from his teachers.
It's never anything major with him, but he never has any quiet days. He's constantly at people all the time. Right, okay, pen, pencil. He has the potential to slip back to that slope that he was in junior school, and I think once we've lost him, we're going to struggle to get him back.
But miss, I think I left my ruler in either French or science.
Right, who's got a clean slate so far this week?
I had 5 last week.
Right, when you came to me in September, what did you say?
It would be good.
Why did you say you needed to be good?
Get a fresh start.
To get a fresh start, because...
It were a bad start in junior school.
Yeah. And you came back September, you were perfect, and I was like this proud. Now you...
He seemed like a good kid. He just seems like he gets bored. That's what it seems like.
You tell me that now you're behaving the same as you were in September.
I'm not.
Why not?
I know.
It does worry me slightly that if we don't manage to calm him down in time, that we'll get to a point where he's constantly getting excluded and thrown out, and there is a possibility when they get to year 10 and they carry on being that naughty after so many exclusions, they are permanently expelled. They're gone.
Everyone at rugby used to call me Gobby Robbie.
I wonder why. I wonder.
They called me that for years.
Do you know, yeah? Robbie Joe is Tom Foster 4 years ago. Gosh.
Shut up! Should we do a beatboxing duo?
Oh, he seemed like
Do
a
some
handful.
noises. No, like a... And then you drop your beat like... Can I touch your juicy fat balls? Wanker! That wasn't me who said that.
I mean, already when Tom arrived in year 7, he'd been identified as a student that could cause us some significant problems.
Do it like you're the queen, are you ready?
He's a cheeky chappy, really. You know, he's got plenty of personality about him. But he's created hassle.
What
He's had
is
ding-dongs.
wrong?
He's had stand-up arguments with some members of staff. I think a lot of the staff up there have felt undermined by his challenging behaviour in class.
Tom, you haven't settled it.
I have.
No, you haven't, and I'm not going to argue about it now.
So you'd rather me sit there and do no work than sit
No, I want
a bit
you.
of talking and work?
No, this isn't conditional, Tom.
Lots and lots of incidents and comments and detentions and isolations and the odd exclusion.
Get on with your work quietly. If you can't manage that,
He needs to be expelled at
you
that
know what's
point.
going to happen. Come on.
He may be a student that it's going to be difficult to get through to the end of year 11 and his GCSEs.
Tom, give him back.
Why I can see anything? I see there actually.
Tom, give him back.
What is it about you that means you always get into trouble?
I don't know. Like, where I am, you know, right, happy, bouncy. And I don't know, it makes me right hyper. And my hyper makes me not care. So I always just kick off.
So he has like a hyper problem. Something kind of like I see in Robbie Joe as well. So they have like this hyper problem. They can't really control like their emotions and stuff like that.
We started practicing the F, Z and C rule.
I want to change it, you know, I want to be good and learn. But I can't help it.
Is
It just happens.
Is that like some sort of ADHD, I think? I think that's what they call it, right? ADHD? I'm not sure if they call it that there in the UK, but in the US they call it ADHD. And I know sometimes they give kids medicine for that so they can just, be calm.
Section B. Tom, take your stuff and go sit in Miss Finley's room, please. Why? Because I said so. Before I'm doing the work. Take your stuff and go in Miss Finley's room, please.
Yeah, it's very distracting.
I suppose the generic thing that works with boys is the idea of a threat. And we can talk about year 7 in their first 3 or 4 weeks. The threat of getting mum in, sends them sort of scuttling off to the toilet sometimes and shrieking. And then you progress through school and the threats become slightly more serious. And then I suppose culminates in the ultimate threat, which is, listen, carry on like this. The threat is that you probably won't be at this school anymore. Go on then.
The school have tried everything from detentions to temporary exclusions to tame Tom's behaviour. Nothing has worked. Now, some staff are suggesting that he be transferred to a pupil referral unit.
Got to agree, you're a right roll pain up the arse sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we stand by you, don't we? We don't just go hell for leather and they say, that's it, Tom's on his way. Of course we could have. Right?
Am I still like, could easily get sent to the Prue?
Well, that's about you, innit? There's only one person who'll send you to a Prue, and that's you.
I'm behaved now,
Sometimes.
No, all the time.
No, sometimes. Sometimes you're a right roll pain up the arse.
I know.
Right. And you do cause 3 or 4 of my staff a real headache.
I know Mr. Hussein's one.
Yes, and he don't deserve it. I know you don't get on with him. There'll be lots of people you go through life and you'll not get on with. And the feeling might be mutual.
Yeah.
When I don't get on with somebody, I actually make extra special efforts to try and get on with them. And then if it still breaks down, I know it's not my fault.
I see.
Up here for thinking, down here for dancing. Exactly. 5 to 10% of our kids take up 90% of staff time. It's a bit like the distribution of wealth, isn't it? That's how it is, how it always will be. Sometimes it does take supreme efforts on the part of a number of individuals across the school.
Tom, where you off? There.
Yeah.
It's some really focused questions on the background to Romeo and Juliet, and I've tried...
One of the few classes that Tom avoids being thrown out of is English with Mrs. Sinclair, where his grades are often good.
Can I just make you aware, gents? If you can't be quiet and be mature, then I will shift you apart.
Miss, can we use dog and bone for earphone?
No, I said no.
Oh,
I know exactly what he's like. I know what he's like when he walks through the door. I know how to deal with him if he's in a certain mood. He's very articulate, very, very articulate. Sometimes he just uses his vocabulary in a different fashion.
I'm gonna get bum raped by an elephant. I'm the devil, I love metal. Bum ba da da bum da da bum da da bum bum. Take this riff, it's fucking tasty.
Thomas!
Oh my God.
I'm the devil, I can do.
Can we not swear? I probably do let a few things go, and I think a lot of staff might look at it and think, well, he should not just been a bit soft on him, I would have kicked him out for that. But if he's in my room and he's working, then surely that's a better thing than him standing on the corridor. Oh, it's a bit annoying, isn't it?
Right.
Sometimes I have to be strict with him and firm, but because I'm not always shouting at him, having a go at him, when I am firm, he knows straight away that I'm not joking, I need him to do it.
He seemed like he needs one-on-one one-on-one assistance. Like if he didn't have like all of the classmates and stuff around him, or maybe if he had like a teacher sitting next to him to help him with his emotions, it seemed like he would get through the class without his outbursts. I wonder if you guys have that in your school. They have that in here in America. Well, I don't think they still have it now, but they used to have it. Like if a kid had like behavior issues or learning disabilities or something like that, they had someone extra in the class for those students that, had those type of issues.
I want you to find some information about Romy that you can write down, please. So you've done probably about 5 minutes work, so it's not enough, so you need to do more. Okay? Read that and write it down. I want to see the pen in your hand and doing it. So everyone else all right? I've neglected a lot of you because I've had to sort Foster out. Thomas, you should be reading it now and writing it down. I'm starting to lose my patience.
I'm going.
Fucking hell.
Hurry up, please. Books. Come on, guys. Hurry up. RJ.
Every year has a Robert Joe equivalent. Last year, unfortunately, my Robert Joe equivalent didn't make it in terms of being in mainstream school, and he's now in a pupil referral unit. We're not miracle workers. We can't help everybody, but we won't give up.
RJ, shut it. Sponsored silence, I think, this year.
I once did that in junior school. The sponsored silence. I only earned 10p.
Robbie Joe.
Come on, fellas, let's go. Hey, come on, to homes now, please.
It's 8:45, and Robbie Joe is running late for school.
What form are you in? I'm up to farm now, mate, because Leon's got to be safe.
Oh, he's helping his friend.
No, it's not up.
He has a good heart.
Form time with Miss Urine started 5 minutes ago.
He's helping his friend.
So like this.
That way. Outside. Put your bag down.
Oh.
He's getting comment after comment. And I will put the blame on myself if I can't get him through, because I feel like I've failed him. If he don't make it next year, I will be questioning if I did everything I could. Why are you late?
Tell her you was helping your friend.
Why are you late? You were seen walking to school on time this morning. You have no reason at all to be late.
Leon upstairs.
Rubbish. Rubbish. It's not your responsibility to help Leon around. It's not good, is it? Do you understand you could have been here on time?
I was helping for every day at the same time, so I shouldn't be late.
Well, look, come here. Don't cry. Come on, off the wall. No, off the wall. Stand up.
Don't be late, though.
So why are you late?
He was helping his friend.
Now I know your best mate's on crutches and you want to help him.
Okay, I know that he's been bad previously before, but he was helping his friend. Oh my God.
But if that's making you late in, I don't think you want to get into trouble, do you?
He needs help.
No, and if you did, you wouldn't be so upset now. Yeah? Can we shake this off? Right? That's it now. There's no more. It needs to stop. Yeah? You need to be in on time.
Oh.
You know, fire.
This is little heart. Little Tom. That brother's down. Right.
Oh. I don't want to cry. He shouldn't be in school. He should be at home.
I've been told.
My stepbrother died last night. But I classed him as my real brother.
He shouldn't be in school.
You want a Chris?
Professionals in, and every kid's different. Some kids it goes on for months and months and months. Some kids are not over it, but some kids sort of don't let it affect them after a couple of days.
They were in pieces. They were really
Bailey!
upset. I've never seen anyone that upset before, and it upset me to see him like that.
He's a reasonably intelligent lad, you know. He's reasonably emotionally intelligent. He can be a prat when he wants to be, and he can be offensive and he can get into scrapes and he's often in isolation and he doesn't like authority, you know, all the bad things that you might say about kids. But at heart, again, you know, he's a 14, 15-year-old lad. He'll be struggling inside. And we have to make sure that we give him the best possible support.
Bailey seems like she's a good friend to have.
Joe, when I was at school, you went electricity get told off for whistling. If you need a minute outside, you take it, all right? Dilly
He kind of didn't go down the route of being, in my lesson, he didn't go down the route of being an idiot and misbehaving. And I think I'd rather him have done that than have seen him the way that he was. It was quite difficult to watch.
Tom, can we have a quick word outside?
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Do you need anything? No? You know that if you need to talk, I'm always here, you know that, don't you? Yeah. You still need to do the work, obviously, but I understand that you're going through a really tough time at the moment, so if you need to take 2 minutes outside, you don't even have to tell me. Crawl under the table and come outside. Yeah? Do you want 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Sure? Promise?
Yeah.
Good lad. There you go.
Crack on, then.
Sad.
It's like, it's just losing a brother's like worse than losing anything, to be honest.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's period 5, and Mr. Farouk has thrown Robbie Joe out of science.
Robbie
I'm not giving you a
Joe!
second comment, okay? I'm going to take it off because there was quite a few people talking. But the thing is, everyone else is managing to do a lot of work, whereas you're managed to get 2 points down or 3 points down. Everyone else has got 7, so I'm going to do you another favour.
In the past few weeks, it's become clear that Robbie Joe's behaviour is now having a serious effect on his schoolwork.
What do you say?
Thank you,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
You know, he could possibly be one of those C grade or higher candidates, but if he doesn't book his ideas up soon, he's in trouble.
Challenge first, see if you can go a week without any behaviour comments, and if you can't, then we'll get mum in.
Do you ever feel like you've let Miss Urine down a bit?
No. Sometimes. Quite a bit, actually.
Aww. He seems like a sweet kid. What's with behavior problems?
I am livid. And a livid Mr. Mitchell's not a good Mr. Mitchell. So go home and don't come back until we tell you.
What?
I don't have all the numbers at bottom.
These ones here?
Yeah.
Well, they're letters, not numbers.
Same thing.
What she did?
It's mid-afternoon, and Tom has been out of lessons for most of the day. The lunchtime supervisor has just spotted him.
Come on, you should be in lesson.
Fuck lesson.
I've got Miss Calver and Miss Kennedy looking for you. You want to come and talk to Miss Kennedy?
We need counseling.
No. They want to talk. It's not something I like talking about.
That's fine, but let's go in. It's cold.
It's not cold.
Please. Oh,
I wonder if they have, like, guidance counselors, like therapists in the schools. Comment down below, let me know, because they have them here in the U.S. For children to, like, go talk to somebody and express how they feeling and stuff like that. Comment down below, let me know if they have, you know, counselors and stuff like that in the schools. I actually think there was a counselor in episode 1, right? I think so. With Cameron, I think.
So am I.
No, you're not.
Yeah, but I've been crying my eyes out.
Just because you cry, it don't make you soft.
Yeah,
It just
he
makes
needs
you a
to
human being.
talk to somebody.
It's a really unusual position for us to be in. Most students stay off school when there's been a bereavement in the family. So we find ourselves in a difficult place.
Yeah, he needs to be home.
Tom's had a really bad time.
He's having a bad time, though, bless
He
him.
is having a bad time.
And I feel, you know...
We don't know what's going on in these students' lives. And the fact that some of them actually get to school, let alone achieve when they get here, can be a miracle. And that's why the consistency at school is so, so important.
Tom!
You know, I'd like to be able to think that between us we can get him back in line a little bit and support him. Come in, sit down. Things not good.
No.
Has something happened up there today, Thomas?
Up there?
In maths? So there's not been an incident, you've just walked out?
I didn't even go.
You haven't been? Right, okay. Where have you been?
Walking about.
Okay. Have you spoken to anybody about it?
My dad, that's about it.
Okay. Are you very close with them? When you do lose somebody that you love and you think a lot about, it really hurts. You know, and that can run deep, and it can run deep for an awfully long time. The one thing you need to know, Thomas, is there is always somewhere safe in school for you to come. There is always somewhere. You will not be turned away. So rather than wandering about, you can come here and you're safe. And we know where you are as well. All right. Which lesson are you meant to be in?
Maths.
With?
That old woman.
I'm just going to let Mr. Jenkinson know that you're here. All right.
Yeah.
Hello, I just wanted to let you know Tom's in my office. Because he's not in his maths lesson, but I've got him here. So he is safe. Okay, thank you. Bye.
So,
he needs a hug.
Choked in his sleep.
What is sick? Being sick? Oh my God, that must have been such a shock for everybody. It just like a freak accident. Not been drinking at all.
I think it was a bit pissed.
Yeah. Oh, dearie me, Thomas, that's awful.
What can we do in school to help?
No. Well, I'd rather, like, just be on my own most of the time.
The one thing that I don't want, though, is you wandering about, because someone might pick you up and have a bit of a dig.
I won't know about it, and then that's going to make you feel ever so
It's going to
much
trigger
worse.
something if somebody bothers him.
Go at me and...
I know, but but it won't help. So, how do you feel now going up to your lesson? It's English. Right, come on, Thomas, I'll come up with you. Have a go. Just have a try.
Wait, I feel like I forgot something.
Come on.
It's good.
Come on, Thomas.
Come on.
You know where we are if you need us.
It's all the time.
Why don't they call his mom
really think
in?
I know how he'll react. I would reckon in 2 or 3 weeks' time, it'll settle down in his head. He'll get back into routines. He'll sort of understand that it's an episode that's finished in his life.
I know I'm only getting, what I see, but shouldn't they call his mom to come in to speak with them and I don't know.
And hopefully things will be okay, but I don't know.
Oh, no, then what? That was a wreck throwing snowballs at cars to get away from coppers. Good.
Where's the cold?
You okay? I told you, you come and tell us, we'll deal with it. Connor, sit down, fella.
Right there. I can't be asked going to school with me. Shit.
It's 2 days since the death of Tom's stepbrother. His behaviour is deteriorating and the school is struggling to contain him.
It's been a labour-intensive process. Tom seems to be wanting to hit things, or screaming and shouting, or jumping out of his chair. Some of the problems that he's presented have become a little bit more threatening.
Don't look at me like you know me.
Got to be careful that doesn't spill over then into other people saying, I'm going to kick off.
You don't know me. Do you even know my name? No, you don't?
He doesn't really know how to deal with this situation, which is understandable. How would you deal with the situation that he's going through as an adult?
Call his mom to come in.
3 of them.
This Tom again is out of his lesson. Do something with it.
They should call his mom to come in so they all can work together and figure out, what's best for him. Maybe him being in school isn't best for him during this difficult time.
I didn't have a problem. She said if you can't concentrate, then I'd rather you not be in my lesson. So I just said,
Great answer, is it? Why couldn't you concentrate?
Because all I can think about is,
Right, go back up, get the work from that lesson, and come and sit in my office and do it.
Complaints have also been piling up about Tom being rude to teachers.
I worry for Tom, really, I think, because he does internalise a lot of things, doesn't discuss them. He kind of lashes out if he's having problems.
You're struggling a bit?
Mm.
Yeah. And Mrs. Chadwick seems to get rough end of your tongue today. Is that right?
Mm.
What's she done to you?
No.
You're just feeling it? You're not coping? I'm not having a pop at your tongue, I know what you're going through. All right? If you're not coping, we need to help you cope, don't we?
I don't want to go home, though.
No, I don't want to send you home either, because to be honest, it's just more for
my mum.
Your mum to deal with, isn't it? She needs you to be here, doesn't she? If I get you some work to be doing, and I put you in a nice secluded place, you just get on with some work. Is that better? Because I'm just worried about sending you back to class. You're feeling the way that you're feeling. Something's going to kick off, and I don't want that to happen, to be honest, at the moment. You'll deal with it in your own way, and it'll take time, yeah? If ever you do need to talk, you need to find somebody to talk to.
Well, I know you would listen.
I don't like the way that they're handling this. I know his mom is going through a lot, but still, I don't like the way that they're handling this. I feel like his mom should be called in. It's kind of...
Of course I'd listen to that. Listen to you all day, Tom, if you have things
like,
to
not
say and you needed me help.
in a bad way to be called in,
Why not?
Quite scared of you, sir.
Good. Keep it that way. I'm glad. What, because I can push the button that gets you kicked out of school, you mean?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Do you think I'd be so heartless as to do that while you're going through what you're going through?
No, but...
No.
Still.
But still. If you want to talk to me, Tom, you can talk to me. And I've been there as well, so I know what it feels like. Okay? So you're all right in here for a bit?
Yeah.
And then you've got your lunch? And then I'll let you go to your maths and English lessons. Just get on with your work. And if there's a kick-off... You'll be responsible for it. Because whatever you're going through, you're still responsible for your behaviour. And this is all the mark of somebody that's becoming more mature as they get older. Yeah? I think what's key when dealing with someone like Tom is that sometimes you can see past some of the superficial behaviour and think, this is not personal. Kids are kids. Kids say hurtful things. They don't necessarily mean the hurtful thing. It's their way of venting their spleen.
Yeah.
If you ever lose chaos, mate, see it, that's mine.
Robbie Joe failed to meet Miss Uren's goal of a week without negative comments. She's worried he'll soon be facing detentions, isolations and even exclusions.
Yeah, I've got to go to Mr. Baraclough again tomorrow. I couldn't be on doing my homework. I told him that I did it, but I hadn't. I'll just talk about it.
With Robbie Joe's behaviour not improving, Miss Uren has decided to play her trump card and bring his mum into school.
Robbie Joe's living at home with Mum, and Mum's brought him up mostly on her own. She has always got a lot on her plate. She's picking his younger brother up from school, and I think his younger brother seems to be a lot like Robbie Joe as well. So I don't want to be bringing her into school and adding to the, to the stress of her home life anyway. However, sometimes it's what's needed to bring a parent in to show that child that you're serious.
Yeah.
Right, you can sit up now because there's nobody in. You coming? No.
I said to you, didn't I, last Thursday, that you ought to try to not get any comments at all. But you've got one off Miss Chadwick, two off Miss Starkey, and one off Mr. Farouk. You've got them, they're done. But I want to know why you're so upset now.
Just I got it for now.
So you're not upset that I'm going to get your mum in?
I'm upset because of that, because she didn't want to come in.
She don't want to come in? Why not?
She didn't want to know.
She didn't want to know? I very much doubt that, Robbie Joe. I think there's so many people in this class and in this school who wishes that they had mums and dads who'd ring up and spend as many hours as your mum does. She does want to know, and she does care. Just like your teachers care. But we can't do it all for you. You have to do it. You've got to learn to control your own behaviour. But the fact that you're upset, that tells me that actually you do care about your behaviour, don't you? You're going to have to ring your mum, we're going to have to get your mum in. Don't let it ruin your day. Just what you best thing you could probably do now is say, well, I'll tell you what, if I know my mum's going to be coming in, I'll make sure from now until she comes in, I've not got any comments. Go on then. I'll put your note in your planner.
What's it like knowing that your mum's going to come into school?
I... Oh, no. I feel sorry because I've upset my mum as well as my teachers.
Why his mom doesn't want to come in?
Who's gonna come in? I've been naughty in science.
That's a bad thing that he said that his mom doesn't want to come to the school. I mean, no one really wants to go to the school, but let me tell you something. My son I'm not gonna say he didn't have behavior problems. His teacher was extremely nice, and he took advantage of the fact that she was extremely nice. So he wouldn't bring home his homework or whatever. He would never bring home his homework. And I'm like, why you never getting homework? So I literally had to call his teacher and speak to his teacher about why he's not coming home with homework. What he was doing was acting like he's putting his homework packet in the in his book bag, but he's not. He's leaving it in his cubby. But once he realized that I spoke with his teacher and that we're on the same page and we're on to him, it changed. He started bringing his homework. Okay? Let me tell you something. I'm not playing those games.
Well, Ty.
Over the next few days, Miss Urine tries everything she can to keep Robbie Joe on track until his mum comes in.
Are you listening to me? You can get a clean slate end of this week. I'll sort you out with some chocolate, right?
Oh, she probably can't get off of work or something, maybe.
Tuesday, how many are you going to get?
None.
Thursday, how many are you going to get?
None. Do you think that was a bit before?
Stop ruining me ball! See you later. See ya! Maybe we should send you with sellotape over your mouth to your lessons.
My dad once tried that.
And how did it go?
Bad.
Oh, he lives with his mom.
It's now only 2 days until his stepbrother's funeral, and the level of disruption Tom is causing has become a problem.
I need a fucking cig, please.
We should go to listen.
I've been and got kicked out for eating a dairy milk and telling my teacher to fuck off.
We were hoping that he'd gradually get things out of his system, that any of the anger that he was presenting would sort of dissipate over time. And we put all these support mechanisms in place, and we gave him bolt holes and early finish on a couple of occasions and working in isolation. But as the funeral comes closer, his aggression was getting on top of him.
Why are you here?
Because he doesn't know how to do. He needs counseling.
Oh, what teacher?
That old bitch. I don't know her name.
Whoa! That's not nice.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Can I go outside, miss?
No, because you're not even supposed to be out there listening.
I need to talk to Alex, so...
Well, no.
He's the only person that understands me.
Well, we'll get him to come in.
I'll just go out and see him.
No, don't, Thomas. We need SLT. I don't know, but we need somebody.
This sounds really awful, and I don't mean it to sound like this, but it's sort of using this bereavement as a bit of a cop-out as well. It's conveniently got him out of 3 detentions so far. It's conveniently got him a lot of time. I don't mean to sound harsh, but he's going to struggle over these next couple of days until it's the funeral, and then we'll see from there.
I'll do what I want.
He'll do what he wants.
I'll do what I want.
What?
You can see him tensing his body up and fists clenched, and even when sat in a room with me, you know.
Right. Tom have been at it all dinner, but they don't listen to anything that's right. Fine.
He needs to go home. He needs to be home.
Don't go down there. I can do what I want. That's all you get off. Yeah, pause.
Somebody just said something untoward to him. He may well have just flipped. And, you know, putting a kid in that situation is not fair to them either.
He went to the phone centre then and said, I ate that bag, I want to fucking kill her.
You gotta think
And
about
then
the
Mary said,
safety
you can't
of
talk
the
about
other
this. I said,
children.
no, I'm off anyway, you do nothing for me, I'm off. I just stopped off to the canteen, that's last you saw him.
Yeah, we try and get in contact with home. I don't know whether or not somebody will be able to come in, probably not, but he's causing us too many problems. Home is a difficult situation. Mum has an awful lot on her plate. We didn't want to add to that by not playing our role, if you like, in nurturing Tom through a difficult period. But the situation has become so difficult. I have the needs of every other child in the school to consider.
Yes, bring
Mr.
her
Jenkins has
in.
spoke to you on the
About
phone.
time.
I believe just briefly, we just got a few concerns over Tom at the minute. Some of the behaviours that he's portraying around school, and yes, we know the backstory. However, he's not running amok exactly, but he's creating a lot of problems just through wandering around, not being in the right place at the right time, not doing or saying the right thing, causing a lot of his teachers a bit of stress. I'm concerned that things are getting to such a head now that something's going to happen this week, and I can't take that risk.
No.
And much as I'm loath generally to send kids home, I think in the circumstances, given that the funeral's coming up, compassionately is the best way forward. I just think it's the best thing all round. We'll provide a load of work for the next few days.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, I'm not. If you're sending him work home, because I'm not
We'll
having
send
him
him
thinking
work.
he's coming home and just spending his time on bloody Facebook or whatever. Because this is just, it's not on.
It's not.
It's really not, Tom.
And it's sort of the thing that we don't do generally. We try not to do it. I understand it puts you in a situation, but I'm just mindful of the fact that something might kick off, and then we might be looking at an exclusion, and I don't really want to do that given the current circumstances. And then hopefully, after next week's out of the way, we get you back in and being Tom. Yeah?
Yeah. This is not a punishment by any stretch of the imagination. It's for your well-being. Okay. So it's
And
it's
for
for you.
everybody
It's not.
else's.
It's for us also, but it's mainly for you, Tom.
All right. Right, thank you. Right then, Tom. Sending a
They
kid
should have
home
been
for the next
did
week,
that.
4 or 5 days or whatever. For support. Doesn't really serve anybody any need apart from giving some breathing space back in school so that the disruption of other people's learning is not occurring, and that teachers get a bit of a break from the constant headache that they get.
If you need to talk, you know, I'm up for it. All right.
There are times when the needs of the school as a whole far outweigh the needs of an individual. But part of me thinks that maybe we failed.
Bring me planner. I'm proper proud of you. I gave him a right little pep talk last night and said, Robbie Joe.
I've been at breakfast club for the last 10, 20 minutes.
I can't believe it. Is he a look? On time. Last day for your clean slate.
The threat of his mum coming in seems to have had an effect on Robbie Joe's behaviour. He's not had a comment for several days.
Been here about 20 minutes, Lydia.
With the funeral over, Tom is back at school, where he's been given solo tuition to catch up.
So this was last November's paper.
Yeah, this is well hard, this. I don't get it.
Right, okay. How can you go about finding the
Oh,
extra eight?
wait. Half them all.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got it.
Yeah, you got it, see?
I'm not as upset, you know, I'm getting back to my normal self, but obviously I'll always remember him, and like it'll always come back to my head that, you know, I'll never be able to see him again, and it'll upset me here and there, but it's not going to affect me all the time.
Come on then, chicken. Let's get this show on the road.
With Robbie Joe's mum coming into school today, Miss Uren is hoping to show him just how serious things are getting for his future.
You're nervous, aren't you?
Oh, no.
You are. I can tell. When you enter the teaching profession, it's not just about teaching them English or teaching them maths. It's about teaching them how to become young adults and about how to grow up.
Come and sit down, anyway.
And we
This is
teach them
Mum.
just as many life lessons as they learn at home, and that's part of our profession. That's what we do.
Now, when kids have settled in year 7, they want to get on. They want to work. But I know that some of the like really good kids are getting a little bit annoyed with you, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because you're stopping them from working because what do you do quite a lot?
Talk.
Don't you?
He talks in his sleep.
Oh, I couldn't believe it.
He does.
I couldn't believe it.
I go in and see if he's awake and he's fast asleep.
You need to be on top form because you are going to be going into higher sets. You are going to be challenged. You need to be on top form because I don't want to put you off, but it is going to get harder.
Of course it is.
It's going to get harder in year 8, 9, 10, 11.
Right, so last week then, 1, 2, 3, 4 behaviour comments.
No, there's 3 in the homework.
No. Oh, yeah. But then since I rung your mum, you said you weren't going to do it, so what have you got this week instead?
No behaviour, but
And how hard has that been?
Easy.
I just think what you've done is brought up a really polite young man who, if you just keep your head down, you'll do all right here. We want you to do well because when Miss met, and that's why she's taking it so seriously because she made a promise.
I promise you could be the new Robbie Joe.
My
I
mum
want
not
him
saying
to
anything.
get a good job, at least have a go and make something.
And you could do, easy.
He could. I didn't. I left school and I had a baby not long after.
I just want you to maintain these high standards. And when you are still slipping, it don't matter whether you're in year 8 and you've gone past us, we'll keep telling you. Because we want what your mum wants for you.
If by the end of year 7, Robbie Joe is not perfect, I won't be surprised. But that isn't where my job stops. When every time I pass Robbie Joe in the corridors, I will always ask him how he is, always ask him if he's had a good day. Chances are I will teach him. It's such a small school, I will come across him all the way through school. It's only when you've been tired that you've come in grumpy, and that's what's causing this behaviour.
It gets tearful as well.
She's like my mum. She does everything for me. She wants to do everything for me.
Oh.
She just likes me. I don't know why. She says she always has done ever since she met me.
Oh.
She's the best teacher I've had so far.
Now, what you're doing in Romeo and Juliet so far is excellent.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's higher than this.
See?
So I just think if we can make sure we pull your other controlled assessments up to like at least
one-on-one training. It seems as if when he has that one-on-one, that's perfect for him. That's what he needs.
At least band 4.
I've been genuinely surprised at the turnaround that Tom's shown since he came back, with the speed at which he seems to have turned around and changed his mindset insofar as he wants to make sure that he does achieve, and he wants to make sure he's putting every effort in, and he's wanting to establish really positive relationships with staff and other students. So maybe that actual process, horrific as it was for him, helped him to mature more quickly.
You've been doing so well. I've been so impressed with you.
I've been trying. I'm a
I know.
changed boy now.
I know, what's happened?
Like, my brother dying, you know, obviously me misbehaving in school, it's not going to make it.
It's not going to bring him back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I thought I'm just going to behave and do my work.
That's what you have to do, and it's that...
And get qualifications.
Exactly, Tom.
So...
Exactly. It's making that choice that you were choosing to kind of be a bit of an idiot.
Yeah.
And go down that path, but you're choosing to do the right thing now.
He just needs to know that someone's on his side, and I think that's the most important thing with Tom. He did it. He got himself through that time, and he's turned himself around, and I was just there kind of pushing him in the right direction, I suppose. But it was 90% Tom and maybe 10% me.
You'll still be Tom. You're still Tom. You're still loud.
Yeah, but I'm doing my work as well.
But that's the best thing about you is you haven't changed who you are.
There's going to be moments and there's going to be times where if he goes back into his old ways and he doesn't put that effort in that he needs to. But I'm going to work my socks off to make sure that he does everything that he needs to do within English to get the grade that he needs. Because he's still Tom at the end of the day.
Like, you know that
That's
Juliet
good.
is a
He
what?
did a turnaround.
I don't know.
I knew you were going to say something like that. She isn't somebody who's experienced because she's 14. She never leaves the house.
She's 14.
We had this conversation on Friday. You were there.
She's 14.
What's happening? What's her dad trying to... What's her dad? Don't say it like that.
We are never arrogant enough, I hope, to think that we can rest on our laurels and say we've done that job with that child, and therefore they'll be all right. We can take our eye off them and try and sort something else out.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with you. Do you know what I mean? Because just when I think I've made a breakthrough, then I get a teacher coming and knocking on the door like Miss Bell to tell me actually, no, you're not doing better.
You never know You never know you've got it until the last day where they wave you goodbye to the rest of their life.
What am I supposed to do? I don't know what we're supposed to do, because your mum said the same at home. What are you doing now? You're blooming fiddling. I'm trying to talk to you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah?
Started, yeah? I did not start anything!
These girls.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's so sad what happened to Tom. Definitely sad. But I'm glad things turned around for him. He seems as if he might need that that one-on-one, you know, experience. That seems to work for him. Robbie Joe, I like Robbie Joe. He just have like behavior problems. That's it. He seems so sweet. But yeah, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. I definitely felt for Tom, and I feel like that should have been addressed from the jump when, you know, they found out or whatever, what happened and stuff like that. He definitely should have been home the whole entire time. But comment down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Don't forget to give your girl a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, fam.